Hello everyone, this is Dr. E and for today, pag-usapan naman natin ang first and second derivative test. Ito ang isa sa mga mahalagang applications ng derivatives sa calculus. So sa pre-calculus or sa basic algebra, mapapansin natin na pwede nating i-describe at magbigay tayo ng analysis natin sa mga function base sa mga critical points, vertices, kailan nag-i-increase or nagdi-decrease yung ating graph. So by looking at this particular function f of x, x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2, pwede tayo magbigay dito ng analysis na kung saan pwede nating maibigay ang interval kung saan ang function ay nag-i-increase or nagdi-decrease, nasa ang kanilang mga relative extrema, nasa ang kanilang point of inflection, at nasa yung kanilang concavity. Sa calculus, pwede natin kunin yan sa pamamagitan ng first and second derivative test. But first, let's work on this particular function, and by observation, we'll be able to figure out when the function is increasing, decreasing, and so on. So first, pansinin natin na ang function na ito na x to the fifth or a fifth degree polynomial ay merong mga bends or vertices na kung saan yung ating function ay nagbabago from increasing to decreasing. At ito ay nangyayari dito sa ating mga critical points na kung saan nagkakaroon ng mga different directions ang ating f of x. So from here, by observation, we know that the function f of x, which is x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2, ay increasing at this interval. Yung ating first interval would be on the negative infinity all the way to x to the negative 1, or we can write it down at x less than negative 1, or ang lahat ng mga value na mas mababa sa negative 1 will have a behavior of increasing function. And another interval na kung saan yung ating function ay increasing ay dito sa interval from 1 all the way to the positive infinity. At meron tayong iba't ibang pamamaraan kung paano natin ito i-describe. We can describe it using English sentences like so: f of x is increasing from the negative infinity to x is equal to 1, or we can also write it in mathematical notation na kung saan napapatunayan natin na ang mathematics is like learning a foreign language. You need to learn how to read it. You also need to learn how to write it. And to write this using a mathematical notation, we can write this as f of x is increasing at the open interval negative infinity, comma, negative 1. And another way of representing this na hindi ko na isama dito sa ating presentation, you can also write it as x less than negative 1. At yun ay equivalent dito sa ating interval notation na nakikita ninyo dito sa ating slides. And another interval na kung saan yung ating f of x, which is yung x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2, ay increasing, ay dito sa interval na ito. At ang interval na yan ay from positive 1 all the way to the positive infinity, or to the right side of our Cartesian coordinate. So we can write it as f of x is increasing from 1 to the infinity using this open parenthesis na ginagamit natin, or you can also write it down as x greater than 1. Now, from this particular point in our graph, we will notice na yung kanyang behavior ay decreasing, so we can write this observation in our analysis. Therefore, f of x is decreasing from x equal to negative 1 all the way to x equal to 1. So yan ay pwede nating i-convert into a mathematical notation tulad nito, or you can also write it in interval notation. X is in between negative 1 and positive 1. So ito yung ating direction na tinatawag sa ating function analysis. Now, ang pwede nating makita at maidagdag sa ating analysis ay yung tinatawag nating relative extrema. At ang relative extrema could either be relative minimum at relative maximum, na kung saan it is another way of saying yung mga vertices natin sa ating function. At meron tayong nakikita dalawang vertices dito. Nandito yung isa, at yan yung tinatawag nating relative extrema. And in this particular case, yung relative extrema natin is at x equal to negative 1. And another way of writing this down is finding that particular point. And to be able to do that, all you have to do is to substitute the value of -1 to our f of x, which is x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2. And you will find the point that is our relative extrema, which is in this case at x equal to -1. Or we can write it down in this particular form. Relative extrema is at the point -1 and 6. And for our relative minimum, we can say that the relative minimum is at x equal to +1, or we can also write it down in point form or the Cartesian coordinate form. So we'll have relative minimum at 1 and -2. So now that we have mentioned our directions of our f of x and our relative extrema sa ating f of x, now let's work on the other parts of our analysis, which is yung ating tinatawag na point of inflection, na kung saan dito nagbabago ang concavity na tinatawag natin sa calculus. At ang concavity, yaan yung function or yaan yung point na kung saan nagbabago yung ating forma ng ating function, kung ito ba ay concave up at kung ito ba ay concave down. Ang concave up ay ang parabola that is opening downward. I'm sorry, this is concave down, a parabola that's opening downward. At yung concave up would be a parabola or resembles a parabola that is opening upward. And in this case, meron siyang point na kung saan nagbabago ang kanilang opening, at yun yung tinatawag nating concavity. So itong point na ito ay pwede nating, pangit yung sign ko, pero napapansin niyo ito yung isang concavity, isa yung second concavity, at yung point na kung saan nagko-connect ang dalawang concavities na yan, yun yung tinatawag natin point of inflection. And in this case, our point of inflection lies at 0, 2. Using or by just observing our particular function given its graph. At yung ating concavity na tinatawag, ito yung tinatawag nating concave down dahil ito ay pababa. At ito ay nagbibigay sa atin ng concavity dun sa interval natin between positive infinity or negative infinity all the way to x equal to 0. So yan yung second set of intervals natin sa ating analysis. At syempre, kung meron tayong concave down, mapapansin natin na yung ating function ay meron din concavity going upwards. At ito yung interval ng ating function where the concavity is going up. At ito ay from 0 all the way to the positive infinity that we can write down in a set notation similar to this one. And alam ko na pwede nyo ring i-represent yung ating notation for the concavity using the interval notation na x less than 0 and x greater than 0 depending on the concavity that you are working on. So yun yung mga analysis natin given the function tulad ng graph na pinapakita ko. However, in calculus, and the beauty of calculus is that we can analyze certain functions without even seeing the graph. Oops. At yan yung gagawin natin doon sa second slide natin. Ito yung tinatawag nating application of derivatives na kung saan without seeing the graph, just like what you're seeing right now, na ginamitan natin ng analysis dun sa slide natin, pwede nating maulit yung ating analysis given only the function x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2, at yan ang challenge natin for today. Paano nga ba natin mabibigay yung analysis or yung behavior ng ating graph given the function? So, x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2, gagamitan natin to ng derivative test, at yung ating first derivative, yun ang magbibigay sa atin ng interval ng directions ng ating f of x at yung mga extrema ng ating function x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2. So let's proceed to our first derivative na napakasimple, especially if you know your power rule, because using the power rule, we'll be able to find the derivative of x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2, which is equal to 5x to the fourth minus 5. And if you're wondering how the power rule works in the derivative function for our calculus lesson, marami tayong videos on the power rule doon sa ating videos kay Number Bender, so go check it out. But here, we know that the derivative function is 5x to the fourth minus 5, at ang susunod natin gawin or gagawin ay kunin yung solution ng ating derivative functions. At pag sinabi nating solution ng derivative function, we can also write it in a mathematical notation similar to this one. F prime of x is equal to 0. So yan yung math language na kailangan nating maging familiar with so that we'll be able to understand the language of mathematics, especially the intricacy of the calculus notations. So ito, f prime of x is equal to 0, yan ang command na nagsasabi sa atin, kailangan nating hanapin yung solution or when this particular function is equal to 0. So let's start equating 5x to the fourth minus 5 or ang ating critical points or paghanap sa ating critical points by finding the solution of our derivative function. So 5x to the fourth minus 5, add 5 on both sides, divide both sides by 5, and then kunin natin yung fourth root ng x to the fourth at ng 1 para makuha natin yung value ng x, which is in this case equal to positive and negative 1. Now, mahalaga na makuha natin yung solution ng ating f prime of x or yung derivative function dahil ito yung magbibigay sa atin ng ating tinatawag na critical point. Na in this case, meron tayong dalawang critical points which is x equal to positive 1 and x to the negative 1. Now, ano ba yung mga critical points? In our graph, since hindi natin nakikita yung graph, ito yung mga points na kung saan yung ating mga bends or vertices ay nagaganap or doon natin makikita yung vertex ng ating function na x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2. So to be able to visualize it even more, kahit hindi natin nakikita yung graph, we're going to be using a sign chart at ito yung sign chart na gagamitin natin mula dun sa ating critical points. So meron tayong negative 1 at positive 1. So all we need to do is to check whether our derivative function, also known as the slopes of our function, ay positive or negative. So uunahin natin yung interval between negative infinity and x equal to negative 1. I'm not sure if you're seeing the cursor right here. So basically, we're going to look for the values of our derivative function by plugging in points for the values of x na less than negative 1 or to the left of negative 1. So ano-ano ba yung mga numbers or mga x values na yan? Of course, it's infinitely many. It could start from negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, or anything in between as long as it's not negative 1. Because at negative 1, we know that the derivative function will turn into 0 because that's when the slope is horizontal, like so. And we don't need that because what we need to see is if the slopes would be this or that. At hindi ganito, at lalong hindi ganito, dahil when we see a slope that is vertical, that means our slope is undefined or it does not exist. So in this case, to be able to check that mathematically, we're just going to be using a simple algebraic step, which is substitution. So what we're going to do is to substitute the value of the point na gagamitin natin, and in this case, the point that I'm going to be using is negative 2 because negative 2 is to the left of negative 1. And mapapansin natin, pag pinlagin natin yan sa derivative function natin, it will turn into a positive number because we know that 5 times 16 is a positive number minus 5. So your answer will still be positive and you're not concerned about that particular value of your f prime of negative 2, you're only concerned about the signs of your answer. In this case, it's a positive value. So, alam natin na yung ating slopes for the interval negative infinity all the way to -1 will all be a positive value or a positive slope. And for the interval -1 and +1 or anything in between those two x value, hanap tayo muna syempre ng ipo-plugin natin sa value ng x at ang pinakamadali nating pwedeng gamitin dyan ay ang 0. So we'll use 0 and plugging it into the derivative function will find out if it's positive or negative yung ating slope. And in this case, 0 minus 5 is a negative number. So therefore, ang ating derivative value for the interval -1 and +1 is a negative slope or negative. At doon sa ating last interval, anything that is higher than +1 or to the right of +1, pili ka ng number na anything that is larger than 1 so that we can check or verify if it's a positive or a negative derivative. So in this case, let's use, I think I used 10. Yes, I did use 10. So if we plug in the value of 10 to our derivative function and perform a simple algebraic procedure, we'll see that the function or the behavior of our function on the interval 1 and the positive infinity will be a positive value because obviously 5 times 10 to the fourth is a very big number minus the tiny little 5. So our answer will still be positive. So mapapansin ninyo, yung sa ating tatlong intervals, meron tayong positive value of non-derivative, negative value ng ating derivative, and positive value ng ating derivative. And in this case, meron tayong relative extrema na makukuha dito sa ating function. So ating first interval, makikita natin yung relative maximum. Paano natin masasabi na relative maximum yan? Hindi naman natin nakikita yung graph. By just looking at the values of our derivative functions, pagka yung in yung direction is going from positive value ng ating mga slopes and then going to the negative value ng ating derivative function, it means na nangyayari yung bend doon sa x value na yan, kaya meron tayong relative max because if it's plus to minus, it's going to be a relative maximum, but if it's negative to positive, it's going to be a minimum or relative minimum for our function. So dapat yung tandaan na yung sequencing kung saan nagkakaroon ng pagbabago doon sa ating mga derivative function is important to determine whether your extrema is relative minimum or relative maximum. Since positive to negative yung ating directions from the interval x less than -1 and the second interval x is in between -1 and 1, relative maximum exists at that particular critical value. And to check the other critical value na x is equal to 1, makikita natin yung changes natin dyan ay negative to positive. So that means yung relative extrema natin would be a relative minimum. And if you want to see the actual value of your relative extrema or the point that it represents, all you have to do is to plug in the value of that critical number, which is -1, to our original function, x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2, so that you will find that particular vertex. And this vertex is at -1 and 6, and that is our relative maximum. And for the second one, we have a change of our slopes from negative slope all the way to positive slope. So since there is a change of the value of your slope, relative extrema exists, and this particular extrema is going to be relative minimum since you have a negative to positive change of value in your behavior based on our sign chart. So now we have a relative minimum at x is equal to 1. And again, if you want to see the specific value of that particular relative minimum, plug in the value of your critical point, which is x is equal to 1, to the original function, and you'll have a vertex at 1 and -2. So now that we have the extremas, all we need to do is to write down our direction, which is pretty easy because you're not going to be able to find the relative minimum or relative maximum without knowing the direction of your function. And that is determined by the value of the slopes of your intervals. So for anything that is lower than -1, we know that it's a positive slope. And for anything in between -1 and +1, which is negative slope, it will have a decreasing behavior of your function. So, pababa yung ating graph pagdating sa interval na -1 and 1. At pagdating naman sa interval na anything that is higher than 1, it's going to be an increasing value as well based on the critical points and the derivative value that we have seen in our function. So to complete our analysis using the first derivative test, we know that we have relative maximum at x is equal to -1. We know that we have a relative minimum at x equal to 1. We know that the function is increasing at anything less than -1. And we have an increasing function that is anything greater than +1 or in between 1 and positive infinity. And the behavior of our function is decreasing when x is in between -1 and 1. So this is our full analysis for the first derivative test, but this is not yet our full analysis for our specific function, which is x to the 5th minus 5x plus 2, because we're still missing the concavity and the point of inflection of our function. And to be able to do that, we're going to be performing the second derivative test, which is basically uulitin lang natin itong pinagagawa natin, but this time, the function that we're going to be working with will be our second derivative. That's why it's called a derivative test. So let's do the second derivative test, and you will see from the graphs that we are seeing right now that our relative extrema and our direction is quite right based on the graph that we're seeing right now. So this is just to refer back to the function or the graph that we are working on a little while ago. So let's work on the concavity and the point of inflection using the second derivative test. Now, keep in mind that what we're trying to do right here is we're trying to analyze and visualize the graph of our function without using Desmos, without using a graphing calculator, or without using technology or a sample graph, but by just using calculus alone, by pen and paper, we'll be able to recreate the graph of this particular weird fifth-degree polynomial by using derivatives. So for the second derivative, ang gagawin natin, kunin natin siyempre yung second derivative ng ating x to the 5th minus 5x plus 2. The first derivative was 5x to the 4th minus 5. And the second derivative is basically applying the power rule all over again for f prime of x so that we have f double prime of x, also known as the second derivative. So again, notations are very important in calculus. So those two little apostrophes that you are seeing right now, it means second derivative function na yung ginagamit natin. And in this particular second derivative, tulad ng ginawa natin kanina, we need to find the solutions for f double prime of x so that we can find the critical number that would help us identify where the point of inflection is and the concavity of our function. So let's find the solutions of 20x cubed, if it's even a solution, so maybe it's just one solution. So let's see. 20x cubed equal to 0, which is by using algebra, we'll be able to find the critical number or critical points of our second derivative. So 20x cubed is equal to 0. Divide both sides by 20, and we'll have x cubed is equal to 0. Take the cube root of both sides, and we'll have x is equal to 0. And since 0 is neither positive nor negative, so isang value lang yan, which is 0. So we have one critical point at x equal to 0. So our sign chart here will only be a division of one critical number, which is at x is equal to 0. At dito natin makikita yung concavity at yung point of inflection na nakita natin dun sa ating first slide, which is basically the graph of this function. But since nagmamagaling tayo at gusto natin mag-graph at ma-visualize yung ating function na hindi gumagamit ng technology, gagamit tayo ng second derivative. So sa sign chart na yan, all we need to do is to find or use or substitute a value for our x doon sa ating second derivative na 20x cubed for this interval x less than 0 or to the left of 0. So to the left of 0, ang mga numbers na pwede natin gamitin, it could be -1, -2, -10, -1,208, as long as it's a negative number. And in this case, I used -5. So f double prime of -5 is equal to -5 cubed, because plugging it in to our, oh, it's supposed to be 20 times negative 5 cubed, not just negative 5 cubed. So I guess I forgot the value of 20 right here. But anyhow, since negative 5 cubed yung ating i-evaluate, multiply na lang natin yung 20 dahil nalimutan ko yung 20 doon sa aking function, makikita pa rin natin yung behavior ng ating graph kasi negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 is going to be a negative number, and when you have a negative number multiplied to a positive number which is 20 right there, na nakalimutan ko dito sa slide, so that particular second derivative is basically wrong. Oops. But you know that we're just working on 20x cubed, and by finding or looking at the values of the second derivative test using f double prime of negative 5, it will still give us a negative value. So our concavity for this interval x less than 0 is going to be a negative concavity or a parabola opening downwards. So this one is negative for the first set of interval, and dun sa ating second set of interval, which is anything that is higher than x is equal to 0. So it could be 1, 2, 3, positive. As long as it's a positive number, and we'll be able to check whether it's a positive value or a negative value. At again, pasensya na, dahil nalimutan ko yung 20 doon sa aking function. So it's supposed to be 20 times 10 to the third power. So in this case, we'll have 10 times 10 times 10 multiplied by positive 20, dahil yun yung ating f double prime of x, we'll see that our value will still be positive. So that means yung concavity natin, dahil ito na yung second derivative test at hindi yung direction ng ating function, will be going upward dahil positive yung ating second derivative value. So for this particular function, since nagkaroon ng pagbabago sa concavity from positive to negative, that means the POI exists. At yan ay sa x is equal to 0. Now, paano kung yung ating first interval at second interval ay magkaparehas ng sign? It's both positive or both negative. Then that means the point of inflection does not exist for that particular function. But for x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2, the POI exists at x is equal to 0. And now we can say that the function is concave up between 0 and positive infinity, or anything that is greater than 0. And the POI also exists at x is equal to 0. And if you want to find out the value of that particular point of inflection of our graph, all you need to do is to plug in the value of that critical number, which is 0, to the original function, not the derivative function, but to f of x, which is x to the fifth minus 5x plus 2, and you will find the actual point of inflection of your graph. And in this case, since we have negative going to positive direction, POI exists, and it exists at 0 and 2. And this is now our complete analysis for the second derivative test, which covers the concavity of a function which is given by this interval. So ito ngayon yung graph natin na pinakita natin kanina, which is of course similar to the first graph that I've shown you a while ago. But now we understand that in using the derivative of our function, we'll be able to analyze the graph without really seeing the graph. And if you want to sketch the graph from scratch, these values will help you because the critical numbers, which is basically where the bends are happening. So if you have x is equal to negative 1 and x is equal to positive 1, those will be your vertical lines that will guide you through graphing our function. So our height, which is given by the y value of our relative extrema, we have here 6, and we have negative 2, and by using the horizontal line for those values of y, we'll be able to figure out the behavior of our graph by just reading our sign chart. So we know that the relative extrema has a point right there, which is at negative 1 and positive 6, and point right there, which is at positive 1 and negative 2. And using the POI, which is at 0 and positive 2, we'll be able to connect the dots. And since we know that the slopes are going positive and positive in this particular interval, makukuha na natin yung sketch ng graph na gusto natin. At ito yung tinatawag nating first and second derivative na kung saan ma-visualize natin at ma-analyze natin yung ating graph using our derivative rules. At ito yung ating graph ng ating analysis mula doon sa ating first slide. And here, we're able to use our derivative rules para ma-apply natin ito sa pag-analyze ng ating function. And for your challenge, our number bender challenge for the day, see if you can figure out when the function is increasing or decreasing using the first derivative test. And see if the point of inflection exists for this particular function. This is Dr. E, and see you again next time. Bye!